Okay, everybody, welcome once more to Fall of Avanswell. Are you ready for adventures today? Once more to continue as our mighty heroes continue their adventures.
No.
Ah, well then, too bad. You're gonna face adventures, whether you like it or not.
Only if it's your cat.
No, I mean, if she shows up, she'll just be like, meow.
Adventure!
Adventure.
I don't know. Ferret versus adventure sounds amusing.
Mhm.
Maybe a little adorable.
You know, it did remind me that the other night, it took us a while, but the cats did their successful job. They got a mouse. Foggy was running around with it in her mouth for like 20 minutes. And you had to get it away from her. And it was just like, Foggy, God damn it.
Well,
By the way,
Okay.
we are all in the wrong places with our names.
Yes, we are.
I'll fix it later.
I am not Ixbanor.
I'm gonna fix it later. As a side note, anybody that's watching this, Fugi had an update, which we've been using for the people, and so figuring it out. I might have to, like...
Yeah, just shift everyone to the left in your mind.
Yeah, I guess...
The names to your right or the people to your left.
If you're watching this in audio form, this doesn't impact you.
How do you watch it
Statistically,
audio form?
well, statistically, most people listen to long-form D&D content.
Yeah, I
But
was
how
gonna
do you
say,
how do you watch an audio form?
I am sending you to the abyss of lemons and salt, where you will be torn apart atom by atom.
It's
Okay.
with
For
your
a question.
imagination.
No, my dog caught a squirrel the other day.
Okay.
Oh.
Unfortunately,
once
killed
again,
it.
this channel
So
doesn't work. Well, yeah, it's a dog.
yeah.
I mean, good. We don't need as many squirrels.
Squirrels are the horrific monstrosities that plague us to all that.
I'm seeing a lot
Yeah,
of anti-squirrel
your
propaganda
East Coast
in here.
has invaded our your
You're
East
welcome.
Coast has invaded our West Coast with your squirrels.
I
I'm going to
fixed
give
it.
you all of our squirrels.
So the problem was, while we were talking about squirrels being murdered, which is a great thing, you know, they are a plague upon our world. Not
Let's
chipmunks,
go,
but
push
squirrels.
TOS.
They are rodent monstrosities that hunt us to our very core. Anyway, I figured it out. The actual order that I added you in to the thing was the order you were in.
I thought that might be the case.
Unlike before, where it just did it like alphabetically kind of by
Yeah, well,
name
yeah.
of people. You know, it's like...
Yeah, I think it was alphabetically by username, not like the name. Yeah, so.
It was also automatic. I have to set things up now. I kind of hate this, the update. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's
I actually
bad.
think it's nice because it offers more control, but
I guess so. I
you can
understand
set
it.
up different preference. You can set up different things like.
It's
if you
just
want
it's
one-
like, you know, you have to set it up ahead of time rather than just being able to. It's yes, there are some
Well,
preference and controls, but the
you
thing
can
is,
still set it and forget it after you set it up once.
yeah, but I don't think you can because then you have to switch between them, and you have a limited number of slots. It looks like for it. It automatically did it when you started. I liked a lot better. I'm just saying. I don't know. I have my preference.
Better than the roll 20 problems I had yesterday.
Yeah.
Fair.
So. Anyway, shall we get actually started after all that little side notes there, and have some introductions? So we got our players here joining me once again, and we got a question for the players for the day. My question to everybody was, what will your traveling companions say is your most annoying habit? It's an interesting one. So,
I rolled already.
Not again.
yes. It does seem you roll well in comparison to everybody every goddamn time.
It's good to know that we're keeping
Last,
the
like,
routine at
3
least.
times.
It is very
Has it?
often.
I feel like it's been more than 3 at this point.
It
I
has.
feel like it's just been the last 3 at you specifically. I feel like you often do go first or second, but you've gone first the past like 3 times, I think.
Yeah, I'm almost always first or second.
I just the dice love you more than they love the other two.
To be
I'm
fair,
blaming
I
Scott
often
Howard.
roll an 11 for these. I've kind of noticed. I don't know why I always roll like right in the middle.
Well,
Todd Howard's fault.
either the two of you, the other two, have to decide in order in a minute, or they have to basically have a roll off. Looks like
Okay, fine. Roll off.
a roll off.
Wow.
There we go.
You see who's second then.
I as I said, I'm in the middle.
Yep. Well, Jesse,
Stuck in the
you've
middle.
won once again. Congratulations. You can introduce yourself.
Oh, yippee. Oh, I'm Jessie, playing Calder Wrynn, human gunslinger. Boy, what are my companions? I feel like my companions would consider my eagerness to run away at any at any indication of struggle is my most annoying habit.
You know, it's both respectful and kind of can be terrible in this situation. You know, a more cowardly nature, but we may call it caution, extra caution. There you go.
Listen, cowards live longer. All I'm
I
saying.
mean, you know what's annoying isn't if you would run away; it's that you always suggest it.
I'm just saying, life would be a lot easier if people would run away more.
Unless you run away into a worse situation.
That's a good point, but we don't consider that.
You have to
Go no stop.
You have to know the proper direction for running away. That's what it is. You know, once you know your direction, you're good to go. Well, Wyrm, I'll turn to you.
I am Diamond Wyrm, and I play Ixbanor, the awakened Ferret, Sorcerer, Alchemist. Probably, what people would probably consider a bad habit of mine is that, you know, I'm small, so I often project myself so people can hear me and notice me, but I'm also often on my friends' shoulders right in their ears. I don't think they like that very much.
You're on people's shoulders and
That's
then
fair.
loud.
That's a good point.
You're just loud on people's shoulders. Like,
I'm going deaf in one ear, goddammit.
I like that. Okay, and then I guess Joe will turn to you.
I am Joe. I am playing Umbrin Wisespark, the Liminal Fetchling Animist. And I think his probably most annoying habit for the companions is probably the fact that he talks to his spirits, like, constantly.
Mm-hmm.
And it can get probably really annoying and awkward, like, could you just shut up?
It's probably more of like, you know, you're in conversations that are very vocal with someone no one else can hear. And granted, you have evidence that you're not crazy, but it's probably
It's
that
like I'm talking on a cell phone all the time.
you're just talking on a cell phone, like, constantly. Cell phone with the dead.
You got an earbud in, you know.
So, if you missed last week, there was a party. Everybody went to this nice masquerade ball. It was fun. It was adventurous. You got some good food. You met some very nice people that totally want to help you out in all situations. Lovely, lovely people. I'm sure of it. They're great people. Anyway, you found the person. You found the person you were looking for, the Elven Prince, and had a conversation with him. And he basically was like, "Go talk to my wife."
She handles all the actual business.
Yeah. So. Anyway, and then we left off where Umbrin went to the church. Did someone go with you? I forget. Or was he just alone?
No.
Yeah, you guys seem alone.
Yeah,
You went with the babysitter.
Yeah, I went with the babysitter who did admit that he knows that he recognized me at the party, and now he thinks I'm actually a minor noble.
Slumming it, yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So he recognized me, but believed my lie.
Yes. He saw through your, I guess, clever disguise. It wasn't really much of a disguise, so that's why he was able to believe your lie about the entire thing.
Yeah.
Congratulations on your minor nobility. Use it wisely.
Maybe I should start calling myself Lord Umbrin Esquire.
You already hung out with the Lord Eskret.
Yeah. Well, now we can be Lord Umbrin's magnificent misfits.
I'm gonna be honest. That I just realized I'm very sad. Eskret was not at the masquerade.
Oh my god, that would have been a good moment for the character. Yes, it would have been a
Find
thing.
out he's actually a noble.
We never determined if it was true or not. I'm just gonna say that. I'll just, it was a to
My
be
guy doesn't
determined.
believe it for a second.
It was.
I also talked to the head of the church.
You did, and got some kind of weird messages from her. She seems to be some form of oracle and divined some form of future, and basically talked in a very strange way, and he's hinted at some things that make probably maybe some but very little sense, and then sent you on your way, kind of. So that's where we left off, that you're going to be meeting with a nice dwarven fellow who might be able to help you out. So, yes, it was definitely an interesting conversation, which I'm going to say, I don't know how much you picked up, but that's fine. You weren't supposed to pick up at all. All of it. I'll put it that way. It was meant to be confusing. Don't worry about it. So.
I mean, it sounds like had we done a different path, she would have survived.
Possibility exists. Kind of. Maybe.
The path we chose guarantees her death.
As far as she can tell.
Is maybe a better way of putting it.
But again, she also did hint that it's possible futures, and it's just like she can only see so many. So it's not that you can't go beyond
Yeah, I got
those.
that too.
It's just that it's difficult to break beyond the ones that she reads. Hey, as you are being escorted away from the high clergy, we briefly turn back to everybody else, because we should see what they're doing before you go on some misadventures of your own. Ixbanor, what were your plans for today?
I think I said I was gonna work on like allergy meds for for the prince, but I decided that he did mention how his wife keeps trying to get him to be with her, and so
Yeah.
I realized that perhaps a fertility booster for her might be better present when she comes to visit us. So that's what I'm working on.
Like, here, ensure your lineage. Good luck.
Uh-huh. I know it's rare when you get with him, so this should help.
Make the most of it.
Make the most of your time together. I feel like it's one of those things. It's like the scheduled, like, I guess we'll be together this night. You know?
Yeah.
Arranged marriages.
Love to see it.
Important for royalty, terrible for anything else.
Hey,
Usually.
listen,
Well,
man,
at
it's
least
either
they're-
that or inbreeding.
At least they're slightly open with extramarital affairs in their arranged marriages.
Eh.
Slightly, maybe. Anyway,
Slightly.
Maybe.
At least these two are. The wife just wants to make sure they get an heir.
I feel like it's also like for her, she's just like, look, I'm in charge. It's fine.
Yeah.
True.
It's like, I'm in charge. Whatever. You have one job. Just don't get in trouble over there. Anyway. So, why don't you give me some form of alchemy check? We'll just say that's something.
Crafting. Got it.
Crafting. Yes.
I never opened my sheet.
Done. Done. Done.
No, I don't have to. She got this. Nope, didn't want that. Click. That. Nope. How do I do this? There we go.
Okay. Decent check. All right, you will be working on that for a little bit, putting something together. Calder, what were your plans then?
Calder is just gonna hole himself up in the room for the whole day because he had an awful time at that party. Just working on that prosthetic hand.
Okay.
Not only trying to make it as lifelike as possible, so there's not a lot of adjustment required to using it, but also adding extra features and just improving on your standard prosthesis.
Okay.
More durable materials, maybe a hidden weapon or compartment or two.
Why don't you give me a crafting check then to see how well you're working on that?
Of course. Efficiencies, crafting.
That's a pretty damn good check. So I will keep that in mind. You've rolled well. Alright. Cool. You're gonna be making a lot of progress on it. And you feel like, I'm just gonna say, everything is coming together in the direction you want it to. You know? So right. We turn back to Umbrin, being led away from the meeting and back into the temple proper. You will head back to that central chamber where all these statues were, but you'll be escorted out of there, off to one of the side areas, and eventually be brought to some chambers where you can see there's a number of folks. They appear to be brothers and sisters of the faith. Basically, you know, I'm talking the same thing about it's the what is it's the monk, the not the Hua monk, but the shaved head monk. What's it? What's the term for that? Damn it.
Occidental.
So yeah, Occidental monks. More like that, except probably not as deep vows. But yes, people that are dedicated to the faith, more or less. And there will be a number of individuals there, and the person accompanying you will bring you over to a dwarven man. He seems fairly young, probably, looks maybe 20s, 30s, physically. Again, dwarven age is a little different than human ages, but your kind, Umbrin, is kind of a little closer to human anyway when it kind of comes to understanding, aging a little bit. So it's not as, so it is a little bit off on that end. So it's like, but he is in just fine kind of very simple brown robes, carrying a, this kind of it looks to be copper holy symbol that is to the goddess of stone. That he's kind of holding in one hand, and he was kind of down, kind of praying before he's kind of alerted of your presence by this other person, and he will be handed a parchment, which he will thank the man for and start reading it. The person that accompany will come up to you and be like, "Brother Doric will handle everything from here. I wish you the best of luck. May whatever future holds protect you."
May the gods protect you.
Yes.
I'll wait Doric to finish reading.
What's your
addressing
name?
him. My name is Umbrin Wisespark.
Well, Umbrin, this is an odd job I've been given. Sorry to say. I would have rather remained here and kept in my prayers. Seems as though things are maybe a little different.
I understand. This is not an easy path that I'm walking.
It's not an easy path that you have drugged me onto.
I apologize for that.
We should talk somewhere a little more private. As much as I am loath it, what has been asked of me should remain between us.
Agreed.
He'll kind of walk you to what looks to be basically a room used for some meal times. It doesn't seem anybody is here right now. It's kind of like early morning, post, early morning meals before anybody would pick up anything towards the midday. And it does look to be, rather than a larger cafeteria, just more like a side room that someone would bring something into, probably for, a little quieter reflection. So sort of like a room that maybe only maybe a half a dozen to a dozen people could get into for a meal, but you could kind of get a little bit more privacy for your self-reflection during this time period.
Right.
Do you know what is asked of me?
You are to accompany me to help me locate the temple.
Yes and no. Perhaps I should start with what I know. There have been rumors about this place since ages ago. Old ruins, old temples, stuff that dates back to the early days of the dwarven people. We've lived in the mountains long ago and long for long. Our history is an ancient one, long before many of the great civilizations, forgotten times. It's one of the reasons I worship who I do. The goddess of stone, master of the smiths, has always been she who looks after the dwarfs. She was one of the early gods. Not the firsts, but one of the earliest. The firsts, said to be lost to ages. But it seems like you're poking around in something like that, eh?
Yes.
I don't like it, but won't stop it either. It's for you to do when you're determined yourself. Anyway, heard the rumors of the old temples here. Ancient places. Something built on... this place is built on top of. Always spreads around. Rumors. But I didn't think it was true. Not the way this letter tells me it is. This is insanity. If this wasn't coming from the high clergy, I would have called you mad to bring me something like this.
Trust me, I've questioned it myself. But when you practically come face to face with a piece of a god, who are you to question it? Who am I to question it, I should say?
Here's the thing. No apologies. We who are the clergy, we come upon a piece of what is there all the time. We reach out, we find that fragment of an essence in the divine. We call upon it. Though we cannot hear its voice completely, though we cannot hear its words completely, we hear its feelings, its essence. It's what we clergy have always done. So you to find something a little bit more direct is impressive, yes. But I understand this.
And I understand where you come from, brother. I was trained by a elderly cleric when I was a child, but my path was to be different.
Respect that. My path has led me here since the fall of my homeland. My father would have not allowed for such things. Preferred me to be more like a warrior, like me brother. But instead, the call of higher powers is a strong one. It takes many forms, so I respect you too. All I've been warned now is there a place hidden beneath here. I have the way to end it. It's a way that I am not to share with anyone, not you. You may see what I am doing, you will not understand what I am doing. Once we go there, we will find something that you require to find whatever it is you seek. Perhaps another fragment, perhaps a leftover from an ancient time. But to think that this building, in its current form, at least a large chunk of it, was an ancient temple that was here since the beginning. I did not realize that the fools of settlers built Avanswell upon old ruins, but that they went deep. Ruins are usually cursed, horrible, and places filled with terrific things. What madness would it take someone to build an entire city upon it? Humans. All right. No offense. I believe your kind are brethren to them to a degree.
I was going to say my brethren can be can be a funny lot.
Still. You are prepared. I will grab a few things from my room. It sounds as though, at very least, I am to help you out to a degree. Do not know how far I will travel with you, but my time here studying may be at an end with this.
There is one other small thing I do wish to talk to you about as well. I wish to be able to speak to your brother. For what I am trying to seek to do, I would need to speak to all the leaders that remain of the different factions to try to save as many as possible.
What is it you seek from Bell?
My friends and I are trying to find this temple. I've been told by one of the remnants of the ancient sun god that there is a power within it that could transport the rest of the people who fight against the Dread Army to another world, for us to be able to start over again.
You mean a divine realm, perhaps?
I am not sure.
True. The divine realms are usually places of greatness, but the gods have even left them, so say their servants that we've communicated with. The angelic and fiendish kinds. Most of them remain to themselves, guarding after realms left behind. But if there's a way to transport any people to a realm, perhaps a way to activate some form of grand gate, maybe a grand gate that is hidden, it would be wise. As much
we
as...
want to gather everyone to the city to the south.
South?
East.
Southeast. Oh,
No.
the furthest.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's just east.
the furthest city. Okay, it's just east. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I was thinking it was south side. To the east.
You had heard about another city to the south.
Okay.
It was discussion with one of the governor of it yesterday, who was not yesterday, last week technically, but yesterday, in game. That was kind of terrible. He totally would take a bunch of these people and have them work in the mines.
Yeah.
They need jobs.
We want to amass as many people as we can there, and we can enact the plan to move everyone once we do. But we're going to need the leaders to agree to convince their people to come.
And faith. And if I had not received this missive from the High Clergy, I may have doubted you. But the High Clergy seems to think that there is some an essence of truth in your words. There might be something of use, but the problem is, those uninitiated in the divine may not believe you at all. I doubt that the true king of this country will believe it, and everybody has a little bit of belief. The humans feel they could win still.
It'll be my job to convince.
I do not think you can.
If we can't convince the leaders, then we'll do a ground movement and get as many people as we can to come. I am just trying to save as many lives as possible. I've also spoken to Brain dead.
Which one did you talk about?
The dark guy. Blah, blah, blah.
Dark guy?
Yeah.
The leader of
the
the
Dreadlord.
The Dreadlord. Thank you. I've also spoken to the leader of the Dreadlord.
The Dreadlord, the leader of the Dread Army.
Oh, the Dreadlord leader. Yeah, sorry.
Then how do you live? Such a thing has not been seen for decades.
It wasn't face to
was
face.
not pleasant. And it was in my mind. He has a piece of an old god. That's where he gets his power from. There's no way to... I don't think there's a way to stop him. That's why I think the plan to evacuate to wherever this other place is the best option to save as many lives as possible.
I would say get yourself checked out to see if your mind has been altered by such an encounter. A creature such as that would be easily able to manipulate. But I know the high clergy sees things and has visions, and would probably be able to tell that you've been mentally influenced. I would keep that secret, if possible. The sheer fact is, I respect you sharing it with me, but many others would strike you down for hearing that, because it sounds as though you've been mind-controlled.
I understand. The only people who, other than you, who know are my companions.
I'm sure they've encountered enough to understand.
Yes.
I mean, we still think he's a little crazy, but...
Only little.
But I am ready when you are.
Wait here. I'll return.
Thank you.
Will this be dangerous? Do you want back?
Up to you.
Actually, before he leaves, I'm going to say, should I have my companions come?
That might be safe. The sheer fact is, I only know how to get where we're going, and where to go once we're there. Nothing has said what dangers may be there. Where we are going was sealed off long ago. A pyramid under a pyramid. A mirror to this temple we are now in, at least the original ruins that were here, underground.
Then let's meet at the front of the cathedral. We have a watcher who's kind of guarding us in the city. I can ask him to go get the rest of my friends and meet us here.
Prepare yourself. I will await at the statue of my goddess.
I will meet you there. Okay, I will head off and try to go find our babysitter.
Captain Maynard?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't he like across the street
He was.
doing something?
Yeah, he was doing something with his sword.
That was a previous time. This time,
Oh.
he was getting some nice tea at a cafe.
Ah, okay. Then I will go to the cafe.
Ah! My good friend, come sit. Enjoy some tea with me. Must have that
I
lunch
wish
we
I
spoke
had
of.
the. That is going to have to be put on a back burner for right now.
Ooh, is everything
I
all right?
Yes, I just have some further business I need to attend to here. I do need, if you could, to grab my companions and bring them here.
Ah, I do believe some of your companions have other types of expertise. Is it something outside a religious nature?
Yes.
Fascinating. All right, let me call for someone to go get them. He's gonna kind of like walk over to some local guard and then bark some orders at the guy. This guy who's probably like on a patrol through the city, and like he's being interrupted by this entire thing. And then he's gonna be like, "Well, while we're waiting, come sit down, join me. We'll get a little bit of tea while your compatriots arrive."
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I will begrudgingly sit down.
Activate light noble person conversation.
Yeah.
Please roll me a society check. I think that's a thing here, right?
Oh, God.
Am I remembering?
Let me see.
It is a thing.
Cool. I remember correctly. Sometimes I have to remember these checks.
I don't see it on my sheet. Oh wait, there it is. Yep.
See how well you
Ooh,
navigate
let's
this.
see.
Mm-hmm.
We could use
I
a
do
hero
not
point.
care. I do not care enough about this conversation to use a hero point.
Mm-hmm. He is constantly correcting you and getting a lot of getting really in close to you, up and physically helping you out. Be like, no. I understand you're from a boondock city, but here's how you do it. And he kind of will help you lift your tea in a proper way, like the lifting of the pinky. It's very he's re-educating you on how to be a noble.
I
perhaps
will also.
The most awkward thing you've done.
I will also fade the excuse of, I'm sorry, I do have a lot on my mind right now.
No. It's okay. But we should get you, if you're going to be in the nightlife more often now, we must get you back into form. Don't worry. A little bit of a crash course, as they say, will be wonderful this day. And this is the perfect opportunity. The next party you attend to, you'll be ready for anything. Your grand family name will certainly not be embarrassed. Wink, wink. He'll actually say the wink, wink as he winks.
Oh, gosh. I just killed this man.
Up to you.
Anyone have any poison that we can slip into his tea?
Funny enough, I technically don't have poisons.
Anyway, so it will be a while because there will be a random guard who is sent to go talk to some other people and deliver them a message, and then they'll have to whisper down the line to the hotel where you're at. So as you're kind of working and on your private things, it'll start with Ixbanor. There'll be a knock on your door.
Who is it?
Sorry, the captain wants to speak to you. Captain Meaner. He sent for you.
Wait. I thought he was okay with us not going with him.
Apparently you're required.
Give me a second to make sure to stop this from exploding, and then I'll come.
Kaboom.
Okay. Should I retrieve the others in your party, or do you need me to get them for you?
Yeah, go bother
Master Ixbanor.
Yeah, go get Calder. He's in the room next door.
All right, then. Calder, you will also then hear a... Greetings, Master... Salder.
I don't want any.
You are required by Captain Meaner.
Is anyone dying?
I don't know.
Then
Maybe.
it cannot be
No,
that
just
important.
He's called upon you of urgent importance with Umbrin.
Do I have a choice?
I don't know. Look, sir, I apologize, but I've been asked to accompany you there, so I would rather you do that and I don't get in trouble.
Fine. I'll walk out of the room.
Mhm.
This better be important.
I don't know, sir. I apologize if I'm interrupting something important.
Don't worry about it. I'm gonna keep the hand with me. I'm just gonna take it with me where I go.
Okay.
And I'm gonna like pop. Actually, you know what? I walk out and you see a cauldron following me.
What the hell?
Because I have a walking cauldron.
I guess I can respect it.
Is that licensed?
Don't worry about it. Is that licensed?
It was. I don't know if the records for it still exist though. I'm back in Scytheria.
Can you sit on the edge and just like ride it?
Funny enough, actually, I looked at the weights, and technically, yes, I can.
You
Like,
are
it can only-
very tiny.
Yeah.
All right, well, follow me, please. Where's your other associate? They didn't answer their room.
Oh, yeah. He is somewhere in this. He didn't tell us where he was going.
I'll send a man to go look for him. Great. Okay. Please come with me. I don't worry anymore. Grant.
Delegate, delegate, delegate.
So, Captain Meaner, you know, what's your... Why are you being called on? No, sorry, maybe it might be top secret. I understand. It seems very important, right? The captain, though. Work with him often?
I mean, so far, like, twice, but... as for why he needs us, we don't know.
Yeah.
Well,
As far as this morning goes, it was fine.
huh. Well, hopefully no one dead or exploded or on fire or anything like that.
It could be literally anything.
True.
I turned inside out and imploded.
What?
Well, Umbrin's dead. Don't worry. He turns inside out and imploded. We've
Not
agreed on
again.
this. Not again.
I do it every other Thursday.
You really should stop that. It's not much.
It's quite relaxing.
Anyway, you will be accompanied to the cathedral, the place where the creature of the setting sun, where theoretically Umbrin is at. But as you get towards the cathedral, the man will turn and head away from the cathedral to a place across the street where you will observe Captain Meaner having tea with Umbrin.
I noticed them.
Hey, man. So,
Excellent! You can join us for a little bit of tea. Oh, I'm sorry. Umbrin informed me that you've got important business. Apparently, you're experts in many fields that he needs for his theological research. Beyond theology. Perhaps some form of
Not
book could be
even-
written about that. Beyond theology.
I'm just giving both of you the look of save me.
Yeah, that doesn't sound even remotely true. And as interesting as that is, I don't want to hear about it. What is all this about? Is there...
We need to meet with Brother Doran.
Is...
Or Doruk. Sorry.
Something up? Did someone die?
No.
Okay.
Oh, that's good. I didn't message about death. I would have sent for some more guards then.
No, no one has died. We just need... I need you for some research. And I
There
kind
we
of
go.
give you a wink.
I'm just gonna accept that at face value, I guess. Sure.
Well, hopefully it isn't too dangerous. I've got turn and look at the cauldron.
There is a
Stop
cauldron.
Dig
Follow
that somewhere.
Ixbanor.
You don't think that should be left somewhere?
Let's talk and walk. I'm sure we could.
Yeah,
find a
probably.
place
Yeah,
for
probably
it.
a good idea.
Okay. You'll head inside the cathedral. As I briefly described it, the main chamber that is this massive kind of vaulted room where there's lines of the various statues of the gods and goddesses as they are vaguely depicted. Oftentimes it's basically outfits, tools, things like that with pretty nondescript faces. You know, it's sort of like there's enough to be known about the gods, but not a lot known about the gods. You know, you don't have a specific look to any of them. So some genericness to this entire thing. And it's an impressive chamber in and of itself.
I will, catch them up while we walk.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking in hushed tones.
Yes. Strange ancient temple below the actual, temple, cathedral. Gotta go explore that. Maybe dangerous, maybe not. We don't know. Weird.
I figured it'd be better to have you guys along.
Fair enough.
Uh-huh.
Although you might want to leave. We can ask Doric if there's a place you can safely leave the cauldron.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, in about 10 minutes, it'll probably be good for an hour after or two. I'm brewing. I told you I was working on stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Understood. It's just this kind of isn't very important. Saving the world and all.
Yeah.
I mean,
When are we not
could.
doing that, to be fair?
Yes.
I mean, could it wait till tomorrow?
If there is a tomorrow.
Fine.
You will be able to find Dork. But he's dressed completely differently than he was before. As before, you can kind of see he is a younger dwarven man. Maybe like physically, I would say in his, mid to late 20s. You can see that he has a relatively short beard for a dwarf. It just doesn't seem to have popped out, but it is very stark red. What you can do say, it does seem as though what he has done is he has spent some time preparing a lot more. His beard is now actually braided, a lot more than it was when you saw it originally, Umbrin. You can also see that he is now no longer in the robes that he was in, but in a suit of very starkly made dwarven armor. A half plate of it, with his holy symbol kind of emblazoned on it. Something more akin to something you would see in a holy warrior, as it is. With his battle axe at his side, more dressed for adventure rather than study. He still holds the simple copper holy symbol to his head as he kind of notices you and kind of finishes his prayer.
I'll wait until he stands.
Is this your associates?
Yes.
Well,
This is Ixbanor, and this is Calder.
Eh.
Do we know if we're expecting our other?
Don't count on it.
Talas is busy, I take it.
He was searching for the air he's supposed to watch over.
Understood.
Yep.
think it'll be a problem?
No.
Minus
probably
1
not.
plus 1, it's probably fine. Are you coming with us?
Yes, he is. He knows the way.
Okay, good then. Yeah, minus 1 plus 1, it's probably fine.
I can't give Layla a little bit of a look and be like, all right.
You look like you can take care of yourself.
A bit of training. not as much. As I said, before I came to this town here, Father was having me finish in the more traditional steps for a son of the Grand Thane.
Understood. Oh, is there a place that my friend can store his cauldron?
I wasn't going to ask until you said something, because it seemed a little strange, and maybe rude. We can find a place for it.
Yep,
We'll find a place for it.
Yeah. I'm assuming you didn't want to bring that down.
No, I
into a
know.
temple.
I'll be like, in 2 hours, add this. I'll hand him like
It's like a random, a random, like a random,
Acolyte?
Occidental like acolyte will be like, sure, just with a look of like confusion. Anyway, all right. He will lead you.
I can multitask, sort of.
Yeah, he's going to kind of lead you into the back areas of the temple, into an area that is honestly on the opposite side of where the main hall is. There seems to be a different kind of hall here, one that seems to have a lot less use. What it appears to be is a place that is, I best describe, like the original main hall has the statues and has those kind of like ruined statues sort of in the center of it and kind of radiates out from that. But the chamber itself is kind of this massive kind of like I'd say kind of like plus kind of shape. But it only takes up about half of the building in that area before it goes off into smaller chambers. It is a massive building, as I said, and it doesn't seem as though everything is used here. From what you've got picked up from the conversations, especially you, Umbrin, you do get the sense that, it was built into old ruin structure. They probably only repurposed what they needed. But it might have been had religious purposes originally. This other chamber mirrors the other one. But there is no statues here. There are places where statues should be. There are wreckages, what look to be where statues may have once been. And indeed, there is yet another place where a center statue would be here. Though this statue, there is nothing there save for a base. No signs the statue was once there or not.
Interesting.
We don't come here very often. Only to make sure things remain clean and quiet. Hall of the Lost, it's called. It's thought that something happened with the Pantheon long ago. Half the gods that we did even know a hint about disappeared.
I always wondered about this. How did the we had depictions of old deities. What happened to those depictions? Have we just never found them?
Thing is, as far as I know from the stories, and especially from my people's goddess, one that I worship, stories are told that it was a day long ago where a great, terrible shake happened to the world itself. Whatever exactly was going on is unknown. This is a story that dates back perhaps 1,000 years before the sealing of the Great South and what led to the creation of the Dread Army. Every depiction of the gods, including our goddess, disappeared. There was enough left over, and while stories vary, priests of the goddess of stone always say that it was the powerful devotion of our people directly to her, which kept even her memory alive. Because it seems as though there are stories of those that were just lost and thoughts were disappeared, left from people's minds. Even evidence seemed to disappear from the world itself sometimes. Again, I don't know how much of the story is true or not, but since that time period, only a few minor gods, only the minor gods and scant of the major gods have been rediscovered. So it doesn't mean that they can't be found, at least to the degree that my goddess has remained, but it means that it's difficult now. Something or someone has blocked it. Even the divine servants, if you should communicate with them, they know of their god or goddess, but could not describe them, or can't describe them. I don't know which it is. Will not or can't. It's impossible to say. But it is an effect that is strange upon our world.
What if the Dread Army had something to do with that?
Well, they would have had to do something 1,000 years ahead of time.
Oh, okay.
He said 1,000 years before the Great Wall went to the south.
Okay.
So this would have been way before when the beams were sealed to the south to help facilitate the Dread Army. I can't say things aren't disrelated, though, to whatever's happening now. With the words of your friend, that it seems as though the enemy holds some key of divinity. Well, maybe the reawakening is the reawakening of a lost god, a major one, that was thought gone. Anyway, this hall is dedicated to another dozen or so gods that have lost to time. So, we should go over here towards the base. Apparently, what we're searching for is over here.
I will follow you.
I follow along.
He'll lead you over to the, like, again, it's like a large stone cylinder in the middle of this, like in the middle of this room here, perhaps about like 7 or 8 foot tall. It has a kind of like a little bit of a lip over around the edge of it, but you don't see any signs. Like, it doesn't look like there's a broken statue on it. It looks like maybe it once held something on top of it, but it is completely empty now.
Does it look like it might be some kind of passageway that opens up in it, or?
Maybe, but it doesn't. You don't see anything that looks directly like that right now.
Is there something we need to do here?
Yes.
Oh,
I actually have a question. Is Umbrin feeling the pull from here? He was feeling a slight pull in the direction.
Yes, not from here.
Okay. So what's the point of this then? I'm just more trying to remember.
We're trying to. There's things to help us
Okay.
find the temple here.
I don't know if I could call it a map, but maybe something akin to a map is hidden here. It's a thing that'll help you out finding this place you're looking for. The High Clergy seems to know there's something here, but again, I know where we're going, but I don't know where we're going. If you understand what I mean.
I get what you mean. You know it's in this direction. You're not sure exactly what form it takes.
I have vague directions that are probably good enough. All right. Let's see here. So, he is going to move toward, and kind of like look at the base of the thing and kind of like begin to circle around it, like looking at it, kind of with a hand over the side until he kind of like comes to a spot, and he'll kind of stop there and kind of like look closely and be like, all right. Give me a second here. Step 1. He's going to actually start reciting some form of prayer. The prayer is in a language that I'm not sure any of you know. Do any of you know any of the kind of primordial more tongues.
Let me check.
No, I know Goblin, Jotun, Shadow Tongue, and Common.
Elven, Goblin, Jotun.
Aklo, Dwarven, Goblin, Sackbroth, and Common.
Okay. So, yes, it certainly is a. Let me just see what if it has any connections to the language.
I mean, you mentioned elves have some kind of connection to things, but
Yeah. I'm just making
Like
sure to see if
the-
there's any.
something. Oh yeah, because of the first one's of gods, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Then no, I don't think any of you would know the language in particular. Though what his prayer is not just one language. I'll tell you that much. You can probably detect he is switching between two different languages, and the prayer is meshing together those two languages. So it seems to be some particular type of prayer.
Could I make a religion check?
Sure.
Oh,
Again,
the hell?
double ones.
That sounds about right, yeah.
Yeah. It's one of those things is that you've got some of the basics of like it is a prayer of some kind, a little bit of a chant and a prayer at the same time. But again, because you don't know the languages and you don't know particularly who this or what is maybe dedicated to, it's hard to pick up a lot on what he's doing. But he does seem to have his hand on a specific spot on there. And he is chanting this kind of chant. And he starts to repeat it for a while. And it goes on for a few minutes before you start to see appearing on this section of the stone cylinder is a glowing set of what looks to be some form of runes that seem to be responding to his prayers. After about a few more minutes of the chanting, he will finally stop, and the runes will kind of then begin to grow and spread around the entire edge of this cylinder. You will see the cylinder kind of move and transform. The stone itself will shape and move out of the way, kind of almost detach from each other and move into various places as it will kind of open up and reveal a spiral staircase heading down. Well worked. I guess
Do you want to lead or show one of us?
I don't know. I know where we're going, sort of, but I don't know what kind of dangers might be down there. It's up to you folks. If you want to face it first. Be a little bit more
As
hardened
right
than
now
me.
we're having part. As
We're
right
all
now we
looking
have a
at each
party
other.
of, like,
Yeah. I was like, ooh.
I guess I'll step forward and go first.
It's like, God damn it!
I
Who do we
can be
choose once we don't have a
somewhat
talent?
melee.
Like, well, we don't
I
have a
can be
talent.
somewhat melee.
Yeah. Normally just tell Talas to do it. What do we do?
It's
I
like,
mean, I guess I could try.
Well, but you normally shoot at things, so it doesn't make sense for you to be.
I have pretty decent melee. Part of my gun is a hammer,
Yeah,
and I
it's like
have 3 strength.
Yeah, he has a composite weapon or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
Can you
combination
see in
weapon.
the dark though?
Oh, absolutely not.
Dude, can I?
Never mind. That's a really good point.
I
I keep
have
forgetting
dark
I'm playing
vision.
just like a guy.
Because I'm assuming it's not well lit down there.
it seems dark, at least at the moment.
Does anyone have the light cantrip?
Actually, yes, I do.
If
I was
you
gonna
could,
say I don't, because I don't need it.
you could light my gun or my mask up.
I don't know why. Picture it's like all you can see is bright light if I light your mask.
It's just glowing from its
Blinded.
face. It's like you like look at someone and like blind them. Ah, God!
I will take the lead. Just stay back a little. I can see in the dark.
Alright.
I don't think we want a glowing thing up front.
I guess since I can see too, I'll take the rear for now.
Sounds good.
Okay. You'll begin spiraling down. And when I mean spiraling down, I mean you will spiral down for quite a bit. It does seem to be a longer staircase than you were expecting in many ways. And after about what feels like maybe 20 feet or so, like the first couple of floors, the staircase will open up into a massive underground chamber where there is no walls around you, and it's just a spiral going down into the darkness.
Do we want to take our break at this point before we start delving?
We could if you want. I was going to go a little farther, but if we want to stop now, if you feel like it's a good spot for you guys, I can do that.
I think it's just a thematic spot, which is why I think it works.
Okay.
But
that's fine.
Unless you think you have a better spot coming up.
I had an okay spot ahead, and I was kind of more planning for the actual half an hour point time, but I can perfect. It's fine now. So we'll take our break.
Yeah, I mean we're like 9 minutes off, so that's why. That's the only reason I was saying it. It's like before we actually traverse all the way down.
Mm-hmm. No, that's fine. As I said, I had a kind of spot where I thought I was going to stop a little farther ahead. Probably, it might not have been as much of a thematic, cliffhanger of the strange opening, but we'll find out. All right, see me snack, drink, or bathroom break. Go ahead, go get them. Take care of them. Back in a little bit. And these buttons here, and say, everybody, welcome back. That took a little longer than I was expecting. I had something to do. It's on me. It's on me that we're a little later. I was helping out some family, but we're returned. And there's a pit of, well, I won't call it a pit of doom. There is a massive underground chamber of some kind in total darkness that goes beyond your vision. What's here? Darkness? Death? Anyway, complete blackness of the void.
Let's go.
The staircase continues down. Are you just going to continue on the staircase or do something in relation to this void that is around there?
Hey, look, Umbrin, it's your cousin, pointing into the blackness.
My people are not that color.
More of a joke on your name. Also, that wasn't actually a character.
Racist.
Ooh. Not cool, man. Not cool. You gotta respect me, my people.
I mean, do you have any suggestions, Dork? Do we just keep following the stairs, or is there something else we need to do?
I don't know. I've never been here. It just says follow the stairs in my instructions.
Then I guess we stick to the stairs. I mean, the only other option is to jump into the darkness, so...
I'd rather not.
It feels ill-advised.
Yes. Actually, I'll have everyone stop for a second. I'm gonna just make a perception check to see if I hear anything in the distance.
Sure.
If this is another one, I'm going to blow up this game.
That's a 15. That's a lot better. It did have a
Yes.
1 in there, though. Part of it was a 1. But the other part was...
But it wasn't
5.
just a 1.
I know.
That's the more important thing.
It's just quiet here. Like, no dripping water, no moving of air. It is incredibly quiet, and everything feels stale here. Now, the air isn't completely stale. It does seem that there's a little bit of circulation, perhaps with the seal up above isn't a complete, airtight seal, so at least you have a little bit of exchange between things. But still, nonetheless, this is an area that is mostly sealed off. This massive chamber, so that even if it's this large, it just feels stale in this just quietness.
I guess continue on the way then.
All right. You will continue down for a lot farther, maybe about 100 feet or so, before you will notice that the staircase goes down into a floor of some kind. But it is not a very easily accessible floor, as it looks as though the staircase gets kind of assumed by walls around it, about 20 feet up from the floor. That seems to be kind of around the edge of it. You can see with your dark vision, before then again it kind of like disappears into it. The floor itself seems just nondescript, just stone. Like, just flat stone. Unshapen. But completely flat, as far as you can see.
I guess we head down to the floor and...
Alright.
see what we can find.
So we can see the ground, but it's just like flat as far as the eye can see.
As far as your dark vision can see, yes, it's just flat stone. And basically it's like there's like a tube coming up where your staircase goes down to the tube. You didn't really look up when you were going down to notice if it was the same on the other side.
Oh, I didn't realize it went up. Did it go up and down, or?
Well, you came from up.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I that's why I was like, huh? Gotcha.
Still. Darkness. Looms you once more. No.
I guess I'll make another perception check. See if there's any, like...
That's
weirdness
Tuesday for
on the
Umbrin.
floor.
Thursday he turns inside out. Tuesday he gets
He makes
eaten by
perception
darkness.
You'll... What are you generally looking around? You're just kind of like studying the staircase that you're on, or what?
Like, the floor ahead of us.
Again, your staircase disappears somewhere, you're assuming, into the floor.
Oh.
Because again,
Okay.
I said there's like a stone tube that will once again surround it, so you'll go from being like without walls into an area with walls again. And the sight of the the outside world will disappear of this massive chamber, which is kind of weird and impressive. This is a very large hollow space to be under a city.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I could send Shadow out to go back up and scout where there wasn't walls.
The massive chamber you were in,
Yeah.
if you want to.
Yeah, I guess I'll do that, and I'll look through his eyes.
All right. Give me a perception check to see what you see out in the area.
Give me a second. I gotta open up Shadow.
Mm-hmm. Check some senses.
Yep.
Oh yeah,
and
your
then I-
eyes, Shadow. The dark.
Double check something.
Activate maximum goth.
Right, I use my... Okay, good. That's what I was double checking.
Oh yes, I think we've said this before. Use your work.
Yeah,
so.
it's been a while. It's been a little bit. So
26 is pretty good. Good tool. So you kind of have Shadow kind of scout out the area, and so here's the thing. It is a massive open chamber where, at first off, you will see the staircase that you came down on. There are some other things that you will notice about this massive chamber. There doesn't seem to have been at one time another staircase on the other side, but it's broken. You can see signs of it. The walls of this chamber are all smooth. It is a large quadrilateral shape of some kind. Well, actually, I would say like more like cubical shape. It's not an actual like cube, but like it's like flat on every side. And the other thing that is quite impressive about this entire thing is there is something in the center of the room you weren't able to see before. And the thing is, Shadow getting close to it, he's able to see it. Like, it just appears out of the gloom, as if it was, like, basically hidden by something. And it seems to be a massive floating solar system? No. It's weird. It's some kind of cosmological something, but you're not sure what it is. And it does seem to be slowly moving, but it's also all just floating there, like suspended in the middle of this entire room.
I'll have him come back and then stop sharing senses, and I will describe this to Doric.
He's just gonna have this look of like, what the hell are you even talking about? I haven't heard anything like that ever.
I don't know if that's what we're looking for or not.
I don't think so, because that's not the instructions I was given.
Okay.
Look,
Probably good Shadow didn't touch that. Probably would have just done something.
Note to self on that one then.
This entire thing is strange. A lot stranger than I thought it was going to be. I'm not going to lie.
Yes. I guess we keep going down then, since your instructions were to just follow the staircase.
Yeah, they were.
I don't know what else to say, so let's just do that.
All right. You will follow the staircase, and it will reach a bottom. The bottom will just end. There won't be anything there.
Okay.
All right.
What do you mean by that?
Like it's just like a wall there, and it just stops. And I don't mean just like a wall, like the flooring like goes down as if it should go down farther, but there's just now a floor in the way. So sort of like you've got like the roof above you,
Okay.
and it goes down into the floor. Like, so there's like a flat floor on the bottom. There's something we're supposed to do here.
Uh-huh.
And what is that, pray tell?
Pull the lever? I don't see one.
I'll make a perception check.
Sure.
Again.
Is anyone here named Krunk?
Ugh.
No. I knew a crop once.
You got me, by all accounts, it doesn't make sense.
Not a great perception check.
I'm just gonna roll for your other guy looking around here. You don't see anything. Woo! Doric is more lost than you.
Let me show y'all how this works.
Uh-huh.
Nope.
That's about what I expected.
To be fair, I got the highest base roll.
You did.
Do you see anything, Calder?
I can see darkness.
Well, you have.
I
light
gave you
around
the
your
light.
head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no, I cast light on his weapon. I cast it
Oh,
on his weapon.
That's right.
Okay. I could also have. I never put Shadow back because so I could also have Shadow look around.
Well, Calder, you're gonna kind of look around, and you'll find something a little bit weird. On one of the walls, there is an area that seems off. It looks so much that, like, there's a small area that passes in.
Looks like there could be maybe a switch or something hidden there. I'll point it out to Umbrin. Maybe have Shadow go mess with that.
I mean, you guys could reach it. It's just like a
I-
circular indentation on
I'll-
the wall that looks like it presses in.
Yeah, but
I'll-
but I don't want this to explode. And take my arm off.
Then step back. I will reach out. Actually, no. You know what? Actually, no. I'm gonna be smart. I'm going to
Throw the ferret at it.
telekinetic hand.
Ah! Alright, you'll have your telekinetic hand kind of float over and press into it, kind of giving your magical hand will kind of push into it. And it will kind of slide in where just in the middle of the floor, like something will open up and a large like kind of lever will kind of pull up. Like it's like one of those like I don't want to call it comically large. Like, you know those like levers you see for like old changing the tracks, you know, that kind of size lever.
Yeah.
It's a big lever. Ah, a lever. Good work, Umbrin. And Calder?
Can the hand pull it?
No.
Well, it didn't explode.
Yeah.
I'll reach over then and.
Alright. Give me a strength check. I guess I'll take athletics though too. Sure, athletics would work here too. It's
Okay,
interaction kind of one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you do a base check, by the way, remember
which
that
is-
you don't add level to it, so
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
like you have to do a lot lower of a check.
Yeah, I get +0 to athletics, so let's see.
Mm-hmm. You're working on it. You just can't get it to move. It feels very tight. You see Umbrin kind of working on it there. It's kind of like, do you need help?
I believe.
Let me try.
Oh God, no!
Oh God, please no.
Calder,
I
could
wanna-
you just try
Yeah,
it?
I got it. Give me a second.
Calder, it is tough, certainly speaking. You can understand perhaps why Umbrin was having trouble like that. You've seen him; he's not really working out. You know, he doesn't work out the same way.
I have +2 strength.
Uh-huh. But you'll just kind of get your back into it, and you will just kind of move it. And as you're moving it, you can feel the entire area you're in moving. It shifts with your moving of this lever, and it feels kind of strange, as it feels as though the entire area you are in is spinning.
Well, that's certainly something.
And you finally get it over to the other side with a clink, of which then there's this kind of like shake, and then you just feel as though for just a second, all of you feel as though you like are a little bit weightless as you just hear this, as you'll feel like almost as you feel like you're all dropping all of a sudden, except it's like, you know, the entire area you in just dropped like maybe an amount of distance.
Oh, it spun the staircase and then like extended downwards, I'm guessing.
It is very disconcerting, but then one of the walls near to you, right next to where that circular indent one, will kind of begin to slide down into a chamber, which is fairly brightly lit with silver lights. So there's kind of like this strange, almost silver light emerging from the chamber as the door opens up.
Woo!
Rock, paper, scissors, see who goes in
I could have
first.
done it.
I'll
I don't
I'll
think
go.
so.
I'll go first.
You find yourself in a chamber that looks incredibly like the chamber you were on the surface, except for something that does really stand out. You are now on the ceiling, and everything you saw before is on the roof that you're at. The room is upside down, as far as you can tell. But it's kind of a subtle upside down. There are now statues in this room, and the statues themselves are interesting, as they are they exist, but each of them is basically a robed figure that is nondescript, basically where all the god statues would be. And they line this room here, coming down from the ceiling, hanging down.
We're in the upside down.
You can see that the cylinder you were in now goes all the way down to the floor. And you can see these kind of strange torches with this kind of eerie silver flame that seems to flicker and glow on them, kind of line the entire area.
Well, this is interesting.
It's certainly something.
But,
did this ever serve a purpose? What is this place?
I don't know.
I thought you said it was built on ruins, not
Well,
flipped.
the ruins were on the surface. I don't know what this is.
Pocket dimension?
It could be. Well,
Mirror world? Are we gonna find evil copies of ourselves?
no. Maybe.
Good copies of ourselves. It turns out we're actually evil.
Light and Dumb Fizzle and his friends?
Light dumb fizzle.
Nermbrew. Umbrin backwards. What's in the next in the instructions?
Well, I know where we have to go. That's for sure. You remember the chamber you met the High Clergy in?
Yes.
That's where we have to go. Here. Look, I was aware this place was mirrored, but not like this.
Well, I guess we should start moving.
Give me a minute, I say. I'm gonna climb the wall. I wanna get a close-up look of these statues.
Okay.
See if there's anything interesting.
Okay.
Like, maybe they have more features or something.
Yeah. Give me a... Guess perception's the best check? I don't know if there'd be any other good checks here for investigating a statue. A good investigation check. I guess if there's I'd also take like a religion type check maybe, or a knowledge on like statues or carving, something like that. Maybe like if you want to like look at how well they're made, maybe like a crafting kind of check for like knowledge on that.
I mean, could I do a religion from down
Could
here?
I
or
do
I do
academia lore maybe?
I think a academia lore wouldn't be bad here. You might know some things. And if you wanted to make a religion check from here, sure.
Okay. I mean, I'm an expert in religion, so.
Okay.
Ugh.
Oh my gosh.
Mediocre rolls.
All right, well, you'll kind of make a check here, and though each of these figures does have some very unique things about them, but they're very simple. It tends to be they are carrying things with them, but these items that they have in their hands, because these are very simple robed figures as far as you can tell, but they each have different tools in their hands. The tools themselves do not scream a particular god or deity. They seem to usually be like weapons or items. But you begin to realize that there is something unique about them. These must represent the other half of divinity, in this case, the servants of divine. Just so you know, this place does have a name, too. The Cathedral of the Setting Sun was translated from Old Script. This is the Cathedral of the Rising Eclipse.
Interesting.
Rising Eclipse, you said?
Rising
Yeah,
Eclipse.
Rising Eclipse.
Yes.
Maybe it has something to do with the gods disappearing, but their servants still remain.
I'm sure there are plenty of secrets here. Ones that I don't feel comfortable diving in deep into at this point in time. There's a reason this place remains sealed away.
Understood. Maybe we should focus on the task at hand.
That's the feeling I get, but I understand a curious nature too. I worry. This place is strange.
Yes, who knows what could be still here.
Just a moment.
I don't like the fact that it sounds like battle music now. What could still be here? It's like, shit. I guess proceed.
Okay.
I am keeping my eyes peeled.
Okay. Sorry. I forgot to do something here, which I can. Where are you? There it is. There we go.
Oh boy.
There we go. Just a little bit of undercity ruins here as a backdrop. Always pleasant. Alright.
That's not a battle map, that's a good thing.
Not yet, at least.
Hey, I'm just gonna.
I guess I'll start trying to find the way to...
Cool. Give me a... I'll give you a choice here. You give me perception, or I would, because you have navigated the building, give me a survival check.
They're actually very close together.
Mm.
I'll do survival just to be different.
Okay. 26 is pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, 27 would have been the perception. There's only a 1 point difference between them.
So, as you're kind of like trying to navigate through the building, and certainly speaking, you were already in an area of the building you weren't as aware of. But there is something strange about this. Certainly, it is still a mirror, but it is like... Not everything is on the ceiling, but it's sort of like anything that would be connected with living seems to be on the floor you're on. But anything that links to like decorations or items of worship are above.
Odd.
Yes. So it certainly isn't built for someone to be actually living on the ceiling here, but it does have this kind of almost reverse nature. The hallways are also different. And this seems to be a problem at first, but with Doric's help, you are beginning to navigate through them. You will manage to make your way from the chambers you were in back to the original chamber that you had been in, the first of the kind of plus chamber with the statues. And finding your way there, again, takes a little bit, and is a little bit difficult. It's like a strange natural maze, almost. Like there are places where there are open walls that you didn't know about before, and then closed walls, like no openings where you thought they should be. It's both mirrored and not, but in an odd way. Like the hallways are there, but how they connect and how they navigate is different. you know? So it's sort of like a mirror, kind of. It is very odd. Like, you might have passed through, like, a room where, you know, and everything down here is very immaculate, but also empty. Like, there are no signs of what life would have been here. But there is no dust, no signs of decay, no signs of ruin. Everything seems just preserved, as if everything had just left here and been gone. It's almost as if it's in a stasis, if you will.
So this is the way the temple might have been initially.
Something similar to it, I'm sure. On the surface, well, whenever what ruins were in the place of where Avanswell was now, the remains of this temple was mostly destroyed on the surface. Main structure still remained, but a lot of it was gone. It took all the time of rebuilding and building the city that came about what it is now, as far as I know.
So we might be seeing what it once was. That would make sense why some of the passageways may be different.
Everything just feels a little off.
Agreed.
Ixbanor,
Oh,
can you roll me? I believe it would be like an arcane check, is it? Or arcana check? I can't remember which one it is. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, I'm doing a reroll for this. I'm tired of.
I don't know what you're talking about. That number seems perfectly fine.
you rolled a 2.
24.
There we go. 10.
So-
I'll take it.
There is certainly something, as like they're discussing this and you've been traveling through here, that feels strange about this place. Like, there's some kind of like almost, again, you didn't detect it at first, but as you're traveling through it, you get this almost sense of like an underwhelming like magic to this place that still exists here.
I'm gonna cast Detect Magic. Can I tell, like, what it is? Or is it coming from somewhere?
Sure.
Or-
It's everywhere is what I'm going to say about it.
Okay.
Like,
But I can still use it to determine, like... Oh, wait, this would actually be another Arcana roll. This would be, So... Because basically what I'm doing is I'm doing the,
certainly his first check is kind of like to pick up on there is a lot of magical energy in this place that like it's palpable
Identify magic,
almost.
that's what it is.
Yeah. But yes, identifying
identify
magic,
magic.
would be another check though. Yeah. All right. You kind of try to like read what the magic is here, and unfortunately, it is one of the things that like your ability to detect what it is difficult. It's like everything is diffused so much, or maybe too prevalent, you're not sure which it is. But there is like something here, and you just can't tell what it is. At least not from the like these kind of halls you're in. Maybe there's a better place to investigate it, but here, no. So,
Okay. Well, we continue then.
all right.
Let's proceed with caution.
Coming upon the other chamber that you have will be something fascinating, because this is a mirror of the chamber where the god statues are. And there are statues here that are incredibly detailed. Doric will basically be able to be like, I recognize that. That is the High Angel of the Goddess of Stone. These are the greatest divine servants of each of the gods.
makes sense since earlier we saw the statues that seem to be the servants.
Yes. They must be connected with the surface.
So why would the servants remain detailed? Were they not wiped in the same way?
The divine servants still do exist. I think I mentioned that we have had communication with them. It's hard to. The amount of magic it is to pierce the veil of our own realm into the realms of the gods is not as prevalent as it used to be. And traveling beyond our plane seems nigh impossible, save for the realms of the natural elements. Fire, water, earth, air, metal, wood, shadow. Even then, places like the Shadow Plane and the others are still difficult to get to. And there are places that we know about, the lands of the Fae, creatures of that realm, nigh impossible to get to, though occasionally strange portals can open up to them. The other realms, the realms of both, of all the gods, well, it's more or less that we can communicate with them and get some messages from these servants. Occasionally, you can call upon one. Some of the most powerful clerics were known to it. In the Great Wars at the Wall, before the true invasion of the Dread Army began, some of the grand clerics of sent some of their great forces to there. The power of Aganster was brought low on that wall, but even the divine servants were apparently not enough for those battles, as far as the words go. I don't know about anything else, though. This is still very strange. I will say, there is one other noticeable feature here. The central statue here, on the surface, had been like the very bottom remains of a number of statues, two figures. Here, there is two depictions of two creatures here. One seems some kind of reptilian beast, and the other seems some form of avian creature. All the rest of the statues are humanoid. But this is that, like, basically the center of this room where I described, like, the remains of statues.
Right.
That's what's here.
Can I make some kind of check?
Sure. You can try.
I'm just...
Um,
Well, we got a phoenix.
should I do nature, religion?
Not sure about the lizard.
Cultism?
Actually curious. What are there dragons in your world, Tantus?
Yes and no.
That's a really good question.
Dragons have been known to exist, but most of the dragons left this area of the continent.
Got it.
So they've said to go on to the far corners of the world, basically. It was after the gods left, but before the wall went up. So it would have been in between that time period. Since it's about, like, maybe, I'll say, like, it's approximately 2,000 years ago the gods went away. 1,000 years ago that the other races that become the Dread Army were sealed away. So in the interim, sometime in between there, the dragons all left to somewhere else. It could be to the east, as far as you know. But for whatever reason, the civilized lands, all dragons left them. Save for a few, but most of them were on the, like, places people couldn't go and were not seen. I think I'll say, like, probably the last time a dragon was seen would have been a few hundred years ago.
Okay.
So it's not like they're completely gone, but they've mostly left from mortal lives for whatever reason.
Okay. Does the reptilian creature look like a dragon?
A little, but it looks like something else, I'll say. It does not look
Okay.
like a traditional dragon from story. And the thing
What
is kind of monstrous too. It has like it is not like it has like 4 legs, 2 kind of like almost arms that can also function as legs. Like it's depicted with like 6 kind of slit-like eyes, and has a tail that ends in a stinger, along with the kind of like 2 sets of reptilian wings. The bird-like creature has 6 wings. Seems to be the wings seem to be depicted as if they're made of like flame and stuff, I will say. So very phoenix-like. But it also seems to have like these like almost tassels that kind of comes from the end of its tails, like 6 of them. But they also all seem to end in like giant spikes.
What kind of check do you want me to make?
I don't think nature would be appropriate. Occult or religion would be appropriate, I'd say.
Okay, I'll try religion first, because that one's my highest one.
Okay. That's a pretty good check.
I thought of working, so
Finally, a decent roll.
I kind of need the contact people.
Okay.
Do you know when you're gonna be done or anything?
Like half an
Okay.
Hi, Aurora.
hour. She did finally figure out what she was working on. Good. Like another hour. I understand these things. A 32 is a pretty good check. Here's the thing. You don't necessarily recognize what they are exactly. The bird itself does seem to be something akin to a phoenix. And you've heard, like, phoenixes are creatures of legend, but most of them do exist, like, as you know of stories, as servants of the divine. Oftentimes messengers of the divine, because it was sort of like also represented the constant rebirth of divine energies. They were given a life to deliver a message or have a purpose, and then they would die and be reborn for a new one for the gods that they served. The other creature, it seems more unusual. It's something that seems to take aspects of creatures you've heard about, or like maybe have heard stories about, but that one seems a little bit more alien. Even the other creature, the bird-like creature, is a little odd. It does remind you of those stories of the phoenixes a little, to a degree, but it is something different.
I can't quite put my finger on it. That one does seem to be Phoenix-like. I am not sure about the other one.
Place kind of gives me a little bit of creeps, I hate to say. It's as if these things are watching us. My own... The powers of my own god at my back.
I also have planar rift lore. I don't know if that might help.
In this case, no. I don't think that would.
Okay. Just trying to...
Yeah.
Would thievery work? Can I steal the information?
Um,
From whomst?
from whomst? Yeah. Can I steal
From the
the
statue!
Can I steal a gigantic statue? Yes and no. It'll weigh a lot, and it is technically suspended from the ceiling. It would probably crush it. I see, like, let me just chip this away, and the... Whoops. Anyway. Well, unless we want to investigate this more,
Yes.
perhaps we should move on.
Yes, let's move on. Just interesting. Sorry for... I've spent much of my life studying religion, so finding interesting bits. I'm sure you understand.
I do. But this place here is something old. And it feels odd to be here.
Yes. Okay. Upwards and onwards.
I guess technically downwards, but yes.
You know what I mean.
Yeah, I do. But you will find the staircase that you use to start heading deeper and into the upper echelons of the building. This time it will indeed go down.
Yes.
Right, I will need a round of perception from everyone. I will roll for your friend. Let's see what die he rolls. Bum, 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 bum.
Hey,
Pretty good from
that's
Ixbanor.
pretty good.
Pretty good from Umbrin. Calder, not great. Awful from your friend. Dork, he's a little distracted by everything.
Blind.
He's a little distracted by this entire place and the entire weirdness of it. But Umbrin, you and Ixbanor are going to hear noise coming from up ahead. Basically, you've gone probably like halfway down the floors. You remember you kind of had to like climb a number of floors and move through parts of the building to like, other staircases, and kind of like it was a bit of a navigation to get to this upper chamber before.
Mm-hmm.
This time, though, you're kind of like on one of those like in-between floors, and you're going to hear noise coming from actually a couple of the rooms here.
So the place we're going is up
Technically farther
in the
ahead.
original thing, but down.
Yes, down this
Yes.
time. And it's
Down
technically
here,
beyond
up.
where you're hearing these noises. But I will tell you, there are no doors here. Like, there are doors in the original mirror, probably because they were installed.
Yeah.
There are none here. These are just open things, and you can hear from a number of them noise nearby. It sounds like at least two of them you're hearing this noise.
We should either move faster, backwards, or
Backwards
something.
is not an option.
Faster it is then.
Okay.
Or stealthier.
Your choice. You can hurry along, you can stealth along. Up to you.
I mean, I'm already kind of stealthing along, so.
I mean, I guess. The power
Well, you're
of,
on someone's shoulder, probably.
the power of Noodle
Probably.
compels you.
I'm actually assuming you're probably on Calder's shoulder, so you're not in the front,
Shoulder?
but you're not in the back.
Mm-hmm.
So the only option would be Calder. Fastball special.
The fastball special.
Activate.
Chuck 'em.
Use the Wyrm. Where you just pull him out, like grab him in the middle and just chuck him, and he straightens up to be like a javelin,
You got it, the Dreadlord. Deploy the creature.
So, what do you think? Should we stealth or?
Speed.
I don't know. Dork, are you
I have no idea what might be here.
Are you good at being quiet?
No.
Then
He's honest
stealthing's
about it.
probably not the option here.
I can try. But I am in armor, and I'm not really trained for this kind of thing.
Yes. I mean, we could follow the expert,
Yeah.
That might save us.
but that means you have to get on the ground
That's fine.
and be in the front.
That's fine.
Okay.
Well, I don't think we can follow the expert if you're not in the lead.
It's fair.
All right.
I mean, never heard of leading from behind? No.
You're not a general.
The power of a ferret leads you.
Do you want to? Isn't there a pop-up thing you can do so we can click on that to?
Activate the
Let me see.
things.
I know there was something for. Follow the.
Yeah, it's an action.
Maybe it's just under actions then for us.
Downtime. No, not downtime. Exploration. Follow the expert. I can post. Yeah.
Okay.
So you can give yourself the effect at the bottom. And I
Follow the
am
expert.
an expert at stealth.
Oh, we have to put a token out, don't we?
I think
No,
you.
You
if
can
you're in
drag
the
it, so
effects
in
tab
your
on your
sheet-
character sheet, and you drag it to
Effects.
there.
Ah, there it is. Okay. Oh, I see stealth. There we go. Save. And you're expert, right?
Yes.
Expert. Yay! Thank you.
All right.
Okay, so if everyone wants to do that, I guess then we all roll stealth.
Okay. I'm gonna roll a d20 for a man, and I'm just gonna see what he
And,
rolls.
yeah, he's also getting the follow the expert.
He will also get a bonus, but he's gonna roll a 17, which is damn good for that guy.
There we go. That's much better.
There you go. Sorry. Not bad.
Probably fine.
All right.
I never roll amazing on these stealth checks where I'm leading you all. I blame you.
I mean, like, I'm not gonna lie. Your dwarf is probably the one lowering the average between all of you, which I'm kind of taking. But again, we expected that. He still rolled a 17, which is honestly really
He's not
good for him.
tanking it.
He's not
not
tanking your
tanking
average.
it.
Yeah, no. I I believe he has a 20 then. He is not trained in this and does have 1 dexterity. So,
Well, he also adds his level.
oh, does he add level with this here?
Because of
Yeah,
follow the expert. Yeah.
follow the expert
Oh.
causes you to add your level
Ooh, okay.
if you're not trained.
Oh, okay. Then he will indeed add his level, which is less than yours, I will tell you. So,
Yeah, I figured that.
mhm. So,
Because he's kind of probably kind of multi-classed.
he is I don't know. I don't remember which form of because technically speaking, I don't know what form of the multi-class I wanted to take. But he effectively is a fighter cleric, whatever form
Yeah.
I built. If I would ever build his stats, fully. I have some stats down, but not everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, if we ever have to
priest,
get rid
fighter
of Cole, if
dedication,
we ever
or-
have to get rid of
Talas.
Talas permanently.
He would need some more levels. He's only 4
Yes.
right now.
Ugh.
Yes. He is indeed much lower than you.
Yeah.
And most of that dedication was to fighter. Basically, his last level would be where he got his clerical abilities.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
As I said, he recently changed his life to the cleric he wanted to be.
Yeah.
When Dad was alive, he wouldn't let him. Yeah, he's sad about his dad dying, but he gets to be a cleric now because his brother doesn't care. Brother's like,
follow your path.
follow your path. I will lead our people. Perhaps your spirituality will allow us to raise our spirits or something. Something like that. There's probably a cool speech. Anyway, all right. You will move through the area and manage to avoid perhaps any notice. Though, I will say you, at very least, Umbrin and Ixbanor will be able to notice what you see in some of these chambers. You will see strange metal people that seem to be cleaning up the place.
So some kind of servants.
What kind of servants?
Maybe some kind of golem?
I can
They
take a
don't
look at
appear
it.
clockwork, I will tell you.
Oh, never mind. Not interested.
Mhm.
I mean, I could try occultism. I don't know if that would be appropriate.
I mean, I think our golems tend to be arcane, but
Yeah.
It
I mean, I
varies.
could try to assist you. I have +2 to Arcana, but I'm
It
untrained.
varies from golem to golem.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah,
At very
it
least,
does.
they're a type of construct, I will tell you. But they aren't a clockwork construct.
Well, yeah, I'm sorry. I'm talking about mechanically. Constructs fall under Arcana for their knowledge checks.
Oh,
But-
yeah.
GM can determine what was appropriate
yeah,
still.
I'll kind of give it a basic description. They seem made of metal, except like and they seem very vaguely humanoid, probably about medium sized. There is this kind of like almost like white metal shell on or in between their joints. So basically, like where their like arms, legs, and stuff would be like in between where the joints is, where it seems to be like more of a darker, more iron color of metal. In between, so there's like a almost armor chitin kind of almost to their bodies too. They're also all formless, like they have like the armor protecting where their face would be, but there is no like face on it, and they all just seem to be cleaning or doing maintenance right now.
Yeah, I mean, as long as we don't bother them, they probably won't bother us, I would think. But let's not
It does
find that out.
explain why this place looks really nice.
Yes. Well, also, if there's not living creatures here, there's nothing to shed skin to create dust.
Yeah. And if you've got 9 immortal constructs that you've just left in a place and they're just maintaining your place for, I don't know, thousands upon thousands of years, I mean, they're just gonna keep doing it
For eons.
Yeah.
Sure.
I mean, to be fair, dust can still be created just by ambient dirt and such, and
Yeah, but I'm saying there's not going to be as much either.
yes.
Yeah.
I guess we'll continue on our way.
All right.
Yeah, constructs can be identified with call knowledge using Arcana or crafting. I just
Cool.
looked it up.
I guess if we want to roll something with that, since you did notice them, we can see if you know anything about them.
Sure.
I could try to assist you. I get a +2.
Okay.
so-
Rolls today.
Unfortunately, like, you can basically identify certain things about them, like you understand what they are, but what they the basics of them, you can kind of like observe them and see them moving. They do seem to be very like actually finely made constructs, I will tell you. The detail work is pretty amazing here, but again, like, you didn't get a full view of them and you didn't really like study them for very long. It was more like as you're walking along and like peering into these rooms, you notice them. So yeah, you really can't tell.
We're trying not to get noticed, so...
No, and they have not noticed you. Right. You will finally be able to make your way the rest of the way down and into the chamber as it is. And there will be something that is probably best described as amazing for all of you. This chamber here seems to be a chamber where the entire thing, where like the roof would be, like this area is the first time you feel like it's a room that isn't mirrored with the one on the surface. But this chamber has a purpose. It is both a globe and a star map. The ceiling is covered in stars of all shapes, in various things with markings and stuff, perhaps marking movements and constellations and stuff like that. And in the center of the room, floating there, is a massive globe. Your planet. There is no globes of your planet. From some random chance, you do know your planet is a globe. Basically by...
Parallax.
Well, and also
Parallax measurements,
there
probably.
was someone that managed to circumnavigate the Great Ocean, but basically you have a Pangea kind of thing. You have one major continent with like subcontinents, and there is a pole to the north that's physically there. But other than that, your planet is just oceans as far as you know, and this shows it. And someone did navigate the world once. Everybody else died doing anything like that. Your oceans really suck. They're very dangerous. You have very terrible weather patterns on your planet, other than the continent itself.
Is this what we're looking for?
I think so. I was told to find the map and I guess use it, but I wasn't instructed how to use this.
So it's just floating in the middle.
Yes.
Could we make some kind of knowledge check?
Yeah, is there... Well, I was gonna ask, is there any, like, markings on the map that we can see from here, or is it too far?
Give me perception.
Perception, okay.
Yeah. Okay, Ixbanor, you're gonna take a look, and there are markings on it, but the markings are odd, and you can't quite tell what they are. Umbrin, as you're kind of looking at them, you are going to realize what some of these markings are. The first thing is you're going to notice is you will recognize some natural features. The major mountain ranges. They are marked here. Some of the... You'll begin to like kind of look and study carefully, and you'll notice some of like the large rivers, the largest ones. A few lakes and stuff like that that can be probably seen on a map kind of thing. Like a big map, these are the kind of things that would show up on them, you know? Like the big lake and the swamplands that you were on. You know, it shows up on a map that if there's ever maps of the area, you can see it there. You know, you're like, oh, hey, there's the lake on there. You can see like the barrier mountains. But as you're kind of like looking closer, you will notice that there are things that aren't geographic features on here. Markings of some kind.
Do I recognize them? Do you want me to make a check?
They seem to be marking locations.
Okay.
But what those locations are is hard to tell. You
Dork?
think, looking at one of them and like studying it for like a few minutes, you think you can point out the location that might be here. That's good. That's
I think
about
I
it.
found us. Do I feel any pull to an area of the map?
No.
Okay.
So we are marked on the map?
It's more like there's a marking on the map where you assume this city,
This temple
this place,
is, yeah.
temple
Yeah.
would be. Yeah.
It's more of like a
Okay,
you
that
are
makes more
here.
sense.
Yeah.
Dork, do you recognize any of these symbols?
It's an old form of... I can't recognize anything on the globe. But the symboling on the walls marking the, I think, constellations and I guess star movement? These seem to be... It's the root language of the outer languages. It is said that when the gods created the multiverse and they created their facets in the angels, celestials, demons, devils, they granted a language to all of them. And as each of them developed, devils, the watchers of those that would... demons, the punishers of the wicked, devils, the judges of the wicked, the judges of those that would come, the angels, protectors of those that have proven worth as great warriors, heroes, and good people, things like that. The various servants of the outer deities. The language is split between them as they develop their jobs, but there's said to be a root language between all of them. It seems that perhaps this is that root language. I can read a little bit of it, but it is... I can't quite understand all of it. I'm unfortunately not an expert in the language itself either. I know enough to pass.
I might be able to decipher this, but I would need to rest first.
Well, I mean, we found our way here. I do think this is what we're looking for. I don't know if...
do have a way we could rest here.
Well, we have to figure out a way to read this. Also, looking at the
I know
globe.
Well, I know a spell that can translate.
There are no. I'll tell
I
you,
do-
there are no actual markings on the globe. The markings are on the
Okay.
basically the star chart kind of things.
I thought he was talking about the wall has writing.
Right.
Yes, the wall.
okay.
The
Primordial
wall
language.
has the marking.
I
Like so,
could-
it's like almost like a domed area, and it's got like the star
Yeah.
deals with constellations and markings on them that kind of like I guess details the movements and like kind of cycles of the stars and stuff like that. And they have notes
Okay.
in amongst the writings. So it's very celestial chart basically on the outskirts, which is still a very good thing. Like this kind of information would probably be this is probably one of the best like star charts any of you have seen. I don't know how many of you have actually dealt with any kind of navigation.
Well, I mean, I know my way around things with survival.
Yeah, so
in the
like
wild,
for
so I
you, it'd
might
be
know
less
some of
like
that.
you would know what it's telling you here to a degree, but it's more like you learn that through like practical rather than like reading charts and stuff like this.
Yeah.
But this is probably, even then, you would do think this is probably one of the best star charts that would be out there. You don't know if there's others that did exist in the civilization that was built up after here, but certainly speaking, at least in this the time period of this civilization, they did have a pretty good star chart. Scytherian may have had one that was at least similar or even better than this, but you don't know. In Ixbanor, I don't think you would have ever referenced if they had one of those or not. I'm not going to lie. You're sure they probably did, because the stars would have been studied there at the college, but I don't think with your master you would have really gone and like checked it out ever.
No, I was definitely not in that.
Is
Yeah.
there any?
Well, I
kind
might
of
have seen it before, and but like, I wouldn't remember at this point.
You wouldn't be able to
know?
compare them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there any kind of knowledge check we can use on the globe to try to figure out how to work it?
Ooh, good question. Well, perhaps.
So society does allow you to decipher writing. It's kind
Okay.
of like a. So it's like it's basically, it would take time, but you're able to like kind of piece things together from what you know of like
Mhm.
about a language.
Okay.
Up to you if you want to use that.
If you want to use that to
You
determine,
mentioned
yeah, I think the thing is, with Doric's help and a society check, I could say if you wanted to use that to translate it, you probably could. As he said, he knows some of the languages of each of those because again, like in the cosmology here, the demons, devils, and angels are all various servants with different purposes in the cosmology. They're not just elemental alignment things here. They all work for the gods. They have different jobs, but they develop these languages that have a similar root but are very different. And he knows some of them for religious purposes, mostly.
Yeah, I unfortunately didn't prepare a translate.
He could try to help you with a society check to translate them if you wanted to.
knowing the way Pathfinder works, it just gives you a bonus to decipher writing.
I will tell you, though, just without any kind of determining, the information in the stars isn't not useful,
be that
but it isn't
useful.
what you're looking for.
Yeah.
If you
That's
needed
why
to
I decided
navigate,
focus.
if you would decipher it if you want to, and you needed to navigate anywhere, after now, I would give you an automatic bonus. You can read, if you're doing it at night, you would know the stars much better, and be able to read them much better with the knowledge here,
I mean, we could attempt it and see if we can decipher it. I get plus 11 to society.
Okay, sorry, I just decided to look up the decipher writing skills. So it's like the skills used for decipher writing and their types of text usually decipher are Arcana for writing about magic or science, Occultism for esoteric texts about mysteries and philosophy, Religion for scripture, and Society for coded messages or archaic documents.
So this would probably be because you said Arcana for
Archaic.
science stuff. Yeah,
Yeah, Arcana for magic or science, and then Society for archaic
it's
documents.
science stuff.
Oh, okay.
It's
It's basically, yeah, because the
it
idea is you're
actually
piecing
is
together
just-
like from what you know to like try and figure out what it's saying.
I'm telling you, it is actually like a pretty exact celestial navigation chart. So
Mhm.
it would be probably like the stars. again, you know, it's the entire stars. It's like a certain time, certain thing like that. You know, there's some entire reasoning behind it, but like you could navigate to a degree pretty well. It would help anyway.
Okay, wait. Sorry, it does say to attempt to decipher text written in an unfamiliar language, your GM might allow you to use society.
Okay. I guess you
So
could
that's
use either
also-
society or.
Okay. I'm better on Arcana, so I'd rather do that. But
I could try Society.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to do Arcana, and we'll see if
Yeah.
either of us can.
figure it out.
Yeah.
Arcana.
Tackling it from different sides. Oh my gosh. My rolls today.
Yeah, so I'm lucky, bruh.
So,
That's even
Ixbanor, you're having some trouble with it. But, like, you know, they basically, but, like, Doric's basically, like, as you're trying to, like, look at it and, like, study it from a very certain direction, Calder, you, Umbrin, and Doric are kind of discuss things, because, again, like, you know, the three of you were less confident, maybe, than Ixbanor.
Yeah.
A lot of ways. But, like, you know, having discussed it,
I was overconfident.
yeah, you were overconfident. You're like, I can figure this out. You're like, we're just gonna discuss this for a little. Yeah. Certainly speaking, you can understand what these charts tell. They, as a like hemispheric picture of the sky, it isn't. You will realize this is not made to like display one night, but it's basically like depicting major constellations at different times of the year, and at different cycles of like different things, you know. So it's meant to like point out, rather than just sky, important areas and things you will need to know for certain areas, time periods of the year in the sky. And it does seem to be divided into like 4 sectors, basically, for seasons, you know. And it's sort of like, this season, these are the things that you have to look out for, and here's how you use them, navigate, kind of thing. So, yeah, you have a great... You've increased your knowledge of the night sky. Congrats.
Okay, what kind of check do you want us to make to figure out how to use the globe?
So,
Yeah, I was hoping there was
I'm
instructions.
going to tell you something here.
He said there
It's a
wasn't.
giant magical floating globe.
I know. I said I was hoping.
I've just said the words that should teach you that you should figure out something with it.
I'm gonna try to grab it.
I used detect magic.
Yeah, you could use detect magic. It floats
Okay.
above you by like 7 feet. It is in the middle of the room, floating in the sky. It's big. I described it as this. I'm sorry. Maybe I didn't instill it into you. It's a giant globe floating in the room.
To be fair, I was imagining a lot smaller. You did not say it was massive.
I did say a large globe. I guess I didn't describe it as that large. Yes, it's like...
Yeah, I mean,
it's like,
large could also just be
it's like-
like one of those.
it's probably got it like a 12 to 13 foot diameter.
Okay, I
It's
was
big.
thinking like one of the ones that like you could open it up and there's it's also a drink cart.
Yeah. I did describe it as floating in the room, though, too.
Well, yeah, and I knew it was floating, but I didn't know how high it was floating. It could be floating 5 feet off the floor.
True. Anyway. I guess if you want to roll another Arcana with a Detect Magic, you can see what you can determine from it.
Yeah, because now I'm identifying magic.
Mhm.
Come on, my rolls.
Can I assist
Okay,
with
there
that?
we go. Finally.
Yay!
Oh,
never
hey.
mind.
Okay. You're going to study the magical nature of it, and you will realize that this map can indeed be manipulated by something. There seems to be that this item is basically maybe half of the tool here. The entire thing, though, is basically... I think the best way of describing it is the globe itself is not static. The magical nature of it. It is actually tied into your world. So if major geological events would change the face of the planet, it would be accurate. And, like, the thing is, you didn't realize it before until you checked the magic. But the way that Umbrin was describing it when you looked at it before, you think about it and you're like, oh, wait a second. Ixbanor, you've read books. You've known that there probably has been major geological events over the last few thousand years that have changed the map.
Yeah, that's actually something I thought to ask about and then forgot.
Yeah. No, this is accurate to now. It keeps up with it.
Mhm.
Also,
I also was thinking it was much farther away.
yeah.
So, but...
The other thing you're going to realize is that though you need some other kind of tool to maybe like mess around with this a little bit, like something that can control this, basically. Another thing that might be hidden somewhere in this room or nearby. It doesn't seem to be here now, per se, but you do realize that the areas that are marked off on the map most likely are then active places connected to this civilization.
Other temples, probably.
Someplace that either magic or something is remaining from these places. And there are about half dozen markings across the globe, including a number in the Wardlands. But I will tell you, you don't think you need to manipulate things now, as you've kind of like begun to understand the map. Because as you kind of try to read it more and understand these markings, there is one that would be in the area that Umbrin was feeling the pull towards. Only one. You have a general idea where it would be on the map. Again, not perfect yet, but this does help you try to navigate to it. And maybe if you had the magical controls, you could help with it more, but you don't know. You don't know what controls this or where it is.
Can I make a perception check around the room, see if there's anything hidden?
You could.
Let's double check something.
While he's rolling, what were you going to say, Wyrm?
Oh, I was gonna say just like, I'm worried that we're gonna have to search around to get a better control of this. Which might mean we will have to either sneak around better or interact with the golem.
Okay. So, Umbrin, you're going to take a look around. And that's a pretty good roll. Which is good for you, because you're going to find something a little bit strange. The room here is fairly nondescript. It's got, like, other than the major elements here, the giant, star chart, the big floating globe, there really isn't anything on the floor. There's any kind of markers or anything. But there was something a little bit strange. In the back of the room, there was, like, a little bit of a table. And they're like, oh, okay, but there's nothing on it. And it was just, like, a simple, like, stone table that seems to be built into the area. You're going to notice something. On the back wall, under the table, there seems to be an area that might be able to open up. And it's got a little hole in it.
I'll try to see if I can open it.
It appears to be locked. That's what the hole is for.
So there's something kind of key.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Calder.
Yeah.
Do you think you might be able to pick something like this?
I can. Hold on, let me get it. Let me see something.
Looking at the only one that I know might have a thievery background.
Yeah. That is very presumptuous.
I
I say as I pull out my thieves toolkit.
Considering how we met you.
You presume a lot, good sir. Pulls out thieves' tools.
Educated guess.
Yeah, I'll give it a shot. Alright. I will attempt to lockpick.
Oh,
Sure.
I'll give you guidance. I think I have guided it.
You do.
Yeah,
cantrip.
I'm going to cast guidance on you.
Oh, okay.
Ooh. I gotta use that more often.
There we
I
go.
think it's hard because you basically get it like once per 10? No, hour.
Hour, yeah.
Per person.
Yeah.
Yeah. But when it's something important.
Damn good though. So this lock, it is a lock. It seems weird and a little complex, and you've not really seen something like this, but you've had some times picking some locks, and you got a little bit of skill behind you. You will be able to open it up.
It's been more complicated for something that's been in the dirt for a while, but
Well, if it's hiding something special.
All right.
I'm
makes
just surprised he
sense.
asked you to do it, despite the fact that he's actually seen me pick locks before. It's almost
yeah,
like he
well-
assumed you're better at it than me.
I mean, you're good at it because you have small hands, but.
So inside here, there are 2 items, along with a small piece of parchment. The items are a strange silver mirror that's square. It doesn't have a handle on it. It's just like a square mirror, and some kind of half gem. You know, like a traditional like carved gem where it's kind of like kind of pointy on either side, very diamond shaped. You know, but it's like instead of like the kind of like gemmy top, it's just flat. So it's like the bottom half like looks very like gem ice cream cone. You know, like it should have a piece of ice cream on top.
Might go into something, and that's why.
Mm-hmm. But like you can kind of pick it up by that and be like, I have the ice cream code now, and also the weird mirror, and then a note.
I assume we're wanting to take these with us.
What's the note say?
What does the note say? GM. Or rather,
I
is it
don't
even
think
in the
any
language
of
I
you
read?
can read it. I'm not gonna lie. This one I'm gonna definitely call none of you read it. Like the language up on the star chart, it does seem very esoteric and like, you know, like maybe like a little bit like scientific, a little religious based. This is in like a completely different language that might be like the normal person language for the civilization. Yeah.
Well, if we want to rest here, I can create a spot for us to do so, and in the morning I could translate it.
It's probably not a good idea. I don't want Calder to go on watch for too long.
Well, I don't know about leaving and coming back.
Well, no. My walking cauldron is named Calder.
What?
C-A-U. C-A-U. L-D-E-R.
But I'm saying I don't know about leaving and walking back here is the problem either.
You're pissing me off.
I mean, I named him before I met you.
Can you stick Calder into Calder?
That sounds vaguely
Out of
untrue,
character,
but
I did.
But I can't disprove you.
In character, I did.
I can't prove you wrong, but I feel like you're bullshitting me.
Put Calder into Calder.
Anyway,
I mean, you probably
I'm just gonna say, you actually know what these things are because you got a goddamn nat 20 on your check, Ixbanor. You like, well, look at these. So, the mirror itself, what you think this could do is you basically can use it to look closer at an area when you compare it to the globe. Basically, you hold it up to the globe and it's
like a magnifying glass.
It's like a magical magnifying glass that you can kind of control with your thoughts how close you want to get in, like, you know, how it's like, you know, so it does have some, like, you can zoom in on an area, look at it very more exactly. That might help. And the other thing is the gem part. You realize that what this is it's something that is attuned to the globe. It's a portable map.
Oh.
Of the globe, which might be useful. Again, it's like one of those things that's like, maybe you can figure out how to like use it to like also zoom in without the mirror, but like you wouldn't know how to do that right now.
Or you might be able to use the mirror on the portable version.
You just take
Yeah,
both of them.
well, what I
It's
would...
like, oh, someone hold up that! I'm just gonna use it on like the tiny globe that's displaying on it with illusion magic.
I mean, my thought is, if we use the mirror to set the globe to be like this spot bigger, then will the I'll take it and like just experiment a little bit. If I use the globe to be like this spot, this area bigger, so we can examine more the area, will that also represent on the mini globe?
No. The thing is, you're not actually like zooming in on the globe itself. It's sort of like you're almost tuning an area into that you're looking on the mirror.
On the mirror, okay.
Yeah, and then using that to kind of like look at a more exact area.
That's okay. If I can zoom in and have a decent understanding where it is, I can use my one spell to find a way there. I just need to know where something is to use the spell.
Yeah, I'm also going to test to see if I can use the mirror on the mini version.
Yes. Though, it does... I think it would work with that, but it's kind of like... It feels a little strange and maybe less exact, you feel like? It's almost as if there's like an interference. Basically, it's like the mini version is like a poorer image, or no, I'll tell you what it is. Lower resolution image of a bigger image, and you're zooming into that. There you go.
Got it.
Yeah.
It does work, but you're working off of low res, so it's not as good. It would be harder.
Well,
but you could take both of them. They are linked to this entire thing, and this is the core of the magical item. And I gotta be honest, it does connect up with the actual planet, so as long as you're on this plane, it functions. And it's just a really good map of everywhere. Kind of.
Yeah.
It doesn't have like roads or like civilization the way you think of it, but natural features, it's got a good lot of those.
Yeah, the thing is, if we zoom in, I probably could use my Wanderer's Guide spell to figure out a route to there.
Can you ping the spell? I kind of want to see.
Yeah.
Okay. Choosing destination. Don't deviate. On movement during case. Okay, so you just have to like know where it is.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying if we zoom in and have a better
You will be able to
understanding,
find out where this is with that. Then yes,
Yeah.
you can do that. And if you ever need
That's
any
why
help
I'm
with other
saying-
navigation, yes, you can use you will have the access kind of to the map if you want to take these with you.
Yeah, so
Might
that's
be
why
worth
this
taking
would be
these
really useful.
With, yeah, it would be worth using this text with us. I mean,
Why don't we, as you're deciding on this, end here, and I will tell you. I can give you the translation of the message. I assume if you want to do that, like when you get a chance to rest.
Because I could, once I rest, I could.
Okay,
I'll prep the
I just want to
spell
give it to you because basically all it says is, "Hey, I know that you lost the other component. Go find it after you use this and put it back."
Okay. So
The little
there's
safe you were
another
in.
piece to this.
Well, no, the safe was basically backup pieces, and someone left a note being like,
okay.
"Hey, you lost the other thing. Go get it again, asshole."
Yeah.
He's like, hey, dipshit.
Just don't be lazy. Go find the one you lost.
Oh, I don't know where they lost it, so too bad.
You actually don't at this point in time. they may have taken it with them at this point because this place has been abandoned for thousands of years.
Yeah.
Or it could be in one of the many chambers if you want to go fight some, like, constructs that are not completely inhospitable to you here.
Not
maybe just-
particularly.
They maybe just don't like you interfering in their work.
Not particularly.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I
You're
am
fun
completely
friends.
fine with leaving them alone.
All right. Well. We'll leave that there. I hope you thought this was an interesting one. A little bit of a temple here. It does have purpose. I think that's the important thing is you might not understand it. I do. And I guess you kind of picked up a little bit about what it was all about. And maybe the temple on the surface at one time was as great as this place before shit happened from reality.
Yeah.
It does seem with the kind of seal that was here, that might have kept it safe from invaders or attack or time. But yeah, fun little, like, interesting semi-dungeon there. Just because, like, if you wanted to get in a fight with those constructs, I had something for them, but, like, it would have been, like, unnecessary. Up to you on that one.
Yeah.
So, all right, Wyrm,
Not
you
with our
usually
party of cowards.
you didn't have a Talas here to be like, all right, let's get into a fight.
There's no need to. Why do we need to destroy the things that are protecting this place?
Well, like,
Yes.
yes.
Oh.
Anyway, so yeah, Wyrm, why don't you give your shout out here, and then we'll
I am Diamond Wyrm. You can find me on twitch.tv/DiamondWyrm or at DiamondWyrm on Twitter and Blue Sky, and DiamondWyrm9234 on YouTube. My next stream will be Friday, same time as this guy for his Friday with Friends, or as I call it, Friendly Fire Day.
Yes.
I think mine's a much better name.
They're both nice in different ways. Yours is a little more silly. Mine's more just simple, which is not necessarily bad. Hi, thanks for average. I hope you enjoyed. I've been the GM here, running the game. An interesting little side story here. I am glad you grabbed everybody. I was like going to hint at something for that, but you brought it up ahead of time, so I didn't have to worry about it. So thank you, because I knew it was going to be something.
You're welcome. I got Umbrin to think about it.
Yeah, I'm like, thank you for doing that before I needed to.
Yeah, I was just like, place that might be dangerous.
Yeah,
Joe,
no,
don't you want to think?
I was thinking about that too.
Like, I had options for not doing certain things, but you rolled very well in a lot of things. Like, I'm going to tell you, you could have taken some time and actually, like, just side note, you could have found another thing, but you found the secret area and then picked the lock for it. Also, like, you could have found the key for it at a different location. That probably would have been a little easier to find, but that one, like, if you went and got the other one, that might have had an actual, like, fight I would have had you do. The key didn't need to, but, you know, you found the thing. So it's like, making some checks, you got rewarded partially of the way, kind of things like that. But you made all the checks, so it was really easy. You just got everything.
Yep. The 3 checks we needed to make to bypass everything we made.
Yeah.
Every other check, we failed.
You made other checks. You
I
made
know.
stuff here and there. It was fun.
We made a few checks, but yeah, today we rolled pretty terrible as a whole party.
I feel like
overall.
You made the most important checks, which I think is what counts. I'm gonna say.
Yes.
Yeah. You failed a lot, but made the important ones.
We failed every attempt to gather more information.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We got a D with passing grade.
But again, it's also interesting that this is something that's lost to history of your continent. There was probably a powerful advanced civilization here thousands of years before the civilizations you know now. What happened to them? You don't know. Is that linked to when the gods disappeared? Maybe. There's some mysteries you might never found out in this adventure.
Yeah.
There's other things that are more important to you. But But again, like that's maybe like if I wanted to revisit this world and explore something at a different time period, maybe there's a reason to do it. I don't know. There's mysteries to explore, maybe or maybe not. But yeah, so check out my stuff. I'll be back tomorrow. Do some tabletop, do some video games. I'll also do some stuff on Friday, and eventually Friday with Friends with Wyrm. And we'll be back next week. So come and join us then. And if you can't join us live, please do make sure check out all my stuff, including this, over on YouTube when it's uploaded, and do the YouTube things, and check out my social media. And all right,
Or
everybody,
join us dead.
I mean, you probably would be bad. It'd be very quiet and smelly. Maybe for some flies buzzing around. Anyway, all right, everybody. Bye.